everyone, my name is Brent Christian B. Socrates, and today we are reporting about the Proclamation of the Philippine Independence. So before that, please subscribe and hit the notification button at the Reading in Philippine History. Thank you, and so we're gonna continue about the Proclamation of the Philippine Independence. So today I'm gonna give you a topic here. As you can see in the picture here, down below, so on the screen, you can see where the site of the Proclamation of the Philippine Independence. Okay, next. Every year, the country commemorates the anniversary of the Philippine Independence. Proclaimed on the 12th of June, 1898 in the province of Cavite. Proclaimed between 4 and 5 in the afternoon. The event saw the unfurling of the Philippine national flag by the Marcela Agoncillo, Lorenza Agoncillo, and Delfina Herbosa. So here, they explain here about the proclamation of our Independence Day in the Philippines. So they said here that our independence were proclaimed on June 12, 1898 in the province of Cavite. It was about 4 and 5 in afternoon. So, who made the national flag? So they said here is Marcela Agoncillo, Lorenza Agoncillo, and Delfina Herbosa. On the next slide, performance of the March Filipina Magdalo as the national anthem, now known as Lupang Hinirang, composed by Julian Felipe and played by the San Francisco de Malabon Marching Band. So they said here that Lupang Hinirang, composed by Julian Felipe and played by the San Francisco de Malabon Marching Band. Next is the proclamation was prepared, written and read by Ambrosio Rianzaren Bautista Hispanis. Signed by 98 people, including a United States Army officer, Mr. L.M. Johnson. Next slide. Eventually promulgated on August 1 after many towns had been organized under Aguinaldo's government. Not recognized, however, by the United States nor the Spain, U.S., but the Philippines by the Spanish in 1898 Treaty of Paris. Here, in Philippine-American War, this is not mine. This will be Rustom Bahabag. Thank you, and that's all.
I am your speaker for today. First, I would like to introduce myself. I am Rostom Bakabag, a criminology student of Palawan State University, El Nido Campus. This time, I would like to share you a few knowledge regarding our Philippine history. Our first topic is all about the Philippine and American War, and it was occurred from February 4, 1899 to July 2, 1902. Philippine Revolutionary Government did not recognize the treaty or the American sovereignty and subsequently fought and lost a conflict with United States. Ended when Emilio Aguinaldo was captured by U.S. forces in March 23, 1901 and issued a statement acknowledging and accepting the sovereignty of the United States over the Philippines. The U.S. finally granted complete independence in the Philippines on July 4, 1946 via the Treaty of Manila following World War II. President Diosdado Macapagal in 1964 signed into law Republic Act number 4166, designating June 12 as the country's Independence Day. It is a significant turning point in the history of the country. It signaled the end of 333 years of Spanish colonization. So, our next topic is all about the proclamation of the independence of the Philippines. This document is authored by Ambrosio Rianzares Bautista. Rianzares Bautista is also known as Don Bosyong. So, the document is about 2,000 word document. It summarized the reason behind the revolution against Spain. It also summarized the subsequent war for independence as well as the future of a new republic under the leadership of Emilio Aguinaldo. The proclamation comments with characterization of the conditions of the Philippines during the Spanish colonial period. It specifically mentioned the abuses and inequalities existing in the colony. The passage demonstrates the justifications behind the revolution against Spain, especially cited the abuses by the civil guards and the unlawful shooting at prisoners whom they allege as attempting to escape. It also condemns the unequal protection of the law between the Filipino people and the eminent personage. Moreover, the line mentioned in avarice and greed of the clergy like the friars and the archbishop himself. The passage also condemns what they saw as the unjust deportation, rendering of other decision without proper hearing, expected of every civilized nation. So, meaning, the Filipinos want to be independent and didn't want to be under the U.S. government. And Emilio Aguinaldo led the war against the U.S. And the group where Emilio Aguinaldo led it is called KKK, or Kataas-Taasang Kagalang-galang Anak ng Bayan. So, let's continue the topic. So next, historical overview. Proclamation then proceeded with a brief historical overview of the Spanish occupation since Magellan's arrival until the Philippine Revolution. It narrates the movement, describing it as like an electric spark through different towns and provinces like Bataan, Pampanga, Batangas, Bulacan, Laguna, and Morong, and the quick decline of Spanish forces in the same provinces. The revolt also reached Visayas, thus the independence of the was ensured. The document also mentions Rizal's execution, calling it unjust.
Aguinaldo's dictatorship. It started in the town of the Cavite on the 12th day of June 1898. Before me, Don Ambrosio Rianzares Bautista, Auditor of War and Special Commissioners, appointed to proclaim and solemnize this act with the dictatorial government of these Philippine Islands,
for the purposes and by the virtue of the circular addressed by the eminent dictator of the same, Don Emilio Aguinaldo E. Ame. The same was requested toward the last part of the proclamation. It states, "We acknowledge, approved, and confirm together with the orders that has been issued therefrom the dictatorship established by Don Emilio Aguinaldo, whom we honor as the supremeship of this nation, which this day commences to have a life of its own in the beliefs that he is the instrument selected by the God in spite of his humble origin, to effect the redemption of this unfortunate people, as foretold by Dr. Jose Rizal was executed by firing squad by the Spanish colonial government for the crime of rebellion. On December 30, 1896 at Pagumbayan Build in Manila, his 14 stanza poem in Spanish, hitherto only known by its opening verse, Adios Patria Adorada, Farewell Beloved Country, later titled Mi Ultimo Adios, Last Farewell, was hidden in his gas lamp in his prison cell and transferred among his personal belongings to his family after his death. He wrote to his best friend and confidant, Professor Ferdinand Blumentritt, tomorrow at 7. I should be shot, but I am innocent of the crime of rebellion. I am going to die with tranquil conscience. From Teodoro Calao, Epistolario.
The Philippine flag. The three star in the Philippine flag representing the three major islands groups in the Philippines, which is the Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. The color white represent the liberty, equality, and fraternity. The color blue in the Philippine flag represent the peace, freedom, and justice. The red color in the Philippine flag represent the courage and patriotism. The golden sun with its rays. The golden sun represent the unity, freedom, people's democracy, and sovereignty. The eight rays representing the eight regions that started revolting against Spanish, such as Manila, Bulacan, Cavite, Pampanga, or Morong in modern-day province of Rizal, Laguna, Batangas, and Nueva Ecija.
Analysis of the Proclamation of the Philippine Independence. First bullet. As mentioned earlier, a re-examination of the document on the Declaration of Independence can reveal some often overlooked historical truths about this important event in Philippine history. Second bullet. The document reflects the general revolutionary sentiment of the period. Third bullet. For example, the abuses specifically mentioned in the proclamation. Number 1, prior abuse. Number 2, racial discrimination. Number 3, inequality before the law. So, sa fourth bullet, this reflects the most compelling sentiment by the revolutionary leadership. So, sa last bullet naman, the proclamation also gives us the impression on how the victorious revolutionary government of Aguinaldo historicize the struggle for independence. There were mentions of past events that were seen as an important turning points against Spain.